Ma'am, I am not able to screen share.
Just a second. Now try. Yes. Have you kept your video on, Tomlin?
No, ma'am.
Please keep it on.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes. Start.
Good afternoon, Lord. Today I am going to read the seminar on the topic.
Go slow, go slow. Wait, wait, relax. Slow, slow. Okay, start.
Good afternoon, and all. Today I am going to take the seminar on the topic. Next stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer. It is a contrived system by which an individual firm or a company can
Just a
receive.
second, please. I'm sorry to interrupt. Don't you have a earphone, headset, something like that?
Yes, ma'am, but mic was not working. That's right. I don't know what's the problem.
Okay, then come near to the device. Your audio is not that clear. Is it clear to all? Or is it my problem alone? Yes? Anjo, can you hear him clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, continue.
Next is a contrived system by which an individual firm or a company can electronically transfer funds from any bank branch to another individual firm or company having an account with any other bank branch in the country. Uh, any individual or a firm can transfer funds using by maintaining an account in the bank branch. Even those who do not have a bank branch can have the facility of NIFT. They are known as working customers. Next is NIFT operations. Step one is an individual firm intending to transfer funds using NIFT. We have to fill an application form providing details for the beneficiary, which includes name of the beneficiary, name of the bank branch, IFSC of the beneficiary bank branch, account type and account number, the amount to be remitted. Those who do not have a bank account, working customers will have to give their contact details so that if the amount does not credited, can be refunded. On the left side is the application form, model of NIFT application form. Step 2. The originating bank branch prepares a message and sends a message to its pooling center, known as the NIFT service center. The pooling center forwards the message to the NIFT clearing center, national clearing cell, which is at Mumbai, to be included for the next available batch. The clearing center shows the fund transfer transaction, destination bank wise and prepares the accounting entries to receive funds from the originating bank. After this, bank wise remittance messages are forwarded to their pooling center. The last step is the destination banks receive the individual remittance message from the clearing center and pass on the credit to the beneficiary customer's account. Next is the IFSC code. IFSC means Indian Financial System Code. It is an alphanumeric code which is used to identify the bank branch participating in the NIFT system. It is 11 digits. The first four digits are representing the bank. The fifth digit will be 0, and the last digit will be representing the branch. The last is an image of the IFSC code. Thank you.
Well done, Tomlin. Your slides are very good. You have prepared it so well. Good. So, just sum up, give a summary. What did you discuss?
NEFT, meaning,
What,
operation,
what is NEFT? The full form of NEFT?
National Electronic Fund Transfer.
Okay. The NEFT, the meaning of NEFT, and the steps involved for doing NEFT, isn't it? NEFT operations, the steps, and also the IFSC code. Very good, good. Now the same topic continues by Karthik. Yes, begin, please.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. I cannot see you. Your video.
Ma'am, it automatically closes.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, start.
Good morning to all. Sorry, good evening to all. Myself, Karthik, here to take a presentation on the topic NEFT, NEFT charges, features of NEFT, and benefits of NEFT. First of all, I'm going to take what is NEFT. So basically, NEFT or National Electronic Fund Transfer is a countrywide system by which an individual, firm, or company can electronically transfer funds from any bank branch to another individual, firm, or company having an account with any other bank branch in the country. It means that it is an electronic system, which it is an electronic system which can use throughout India and can be used to transfer funds between an individual, firm, or company throughout the country. Next, I'm going to teach you about what is NEFT charges. NEFT charges are the charges that can be levied on the customer for NEFT. For example, for a transaction that takes place through NEFT, we have to pay certain charges. However, no charges can be levied on the beneficiary or the receiver of the money. That means that the person who is receiving the money does not have to pay any charges. The charges levied on the outward transaction or charges are applicable to the remitter. For transactions up to 10,000, we have to pay rupees 2.5 plus service tax. For transactions above 10,000 to 1 lakh, we have to pay rupees 5 including service tax. And for transactions above rupees 1 lakh and below rupees 2 lakh, we have to pay rupees 50. For transactions above 2 lakh, we have to pay rupees 25. Next, I'm going to teach you about the features of NEFT. The features of NEFT are: a bank branch must be NEFT enabled to become a part of the NEFT fund transfer network. It means that bank branch must have NEFT enabled with it, and if it is not enabled, we cannot transfer fund through it. An individual, firm, or a company can make use of NEFT even without having a bank account by depositing cash at a NEFT enabled bank branch. It means that an individual, firm, or a company can use NEFT even without having a bank account within the bank by just depositing some cash. In order to receive funds through NEFT system, an individual, firm, or company must have an account with NEFT enabled bank branches. Even though the person who is transferring the amount does not need to have a NEFT bank account, in order to receive the funds, we must have a bank account in a NEFT enabled bank branch. In case one does not have a bank account, the maximum amount that can be transferred through NEFT system is 50,000. It means that for those people who does not have a bank account in a NEFT enabled bank, the maximum amount that can be transferred is 50,000. The next point is there is no minimum or maximum amount that can be transferred through NEFT when a person has a bank account. Next point is NEFT transactions take place in batches. It means that NEFT transactions cannot take place in every time of the day. For example, if certain transactions take place at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and 3 p.m., not having certain intervals, not at every time during the day. Next point is NEFT cannot be used to receive foreign remittances. The sender of the funds have to pay the following charges for NEFT. As I discussed earlier, the same charges. The receiver of the funds has to pay no charges. It means that the beneficiary does not need to pay any charges. Next, I'm going to take about the benefits of NEFT. The NEFT offers many advantages over other modes of fund transfer. The remitter need not send the physical check or demand draft to the beneficiary. It means that a physical meeting is not required to send money through NEFT. The beneficiary need not visit his or her bank for depositing the paper instruments. It is very easier to transact through NEFT because he does not need to travel to his bank. The beneficiary need to be apprehensive of loss or theft of physical instruments or the likelihood of fraudulent encashment thereof. It means that if you are using a check, it has a chance of being stolen, or even cash, it has a chance of being stolen. But when you are using NEFT, there is no need to worry about that. Credit information of the remittances sent by SMSs or email. The next point is remitter can initiate the remittances from his home place of work using the internet banking also. It means that he need not go to anywhere else. Rather, he can sit at his home and do NEFT transactions. Next one is near real-time transfer of funds to the beneficiary's account in a secure manner. That's all for me. Thank you.
Very good. Very nice. Well prepared. Seminar was very good. Both of you. Karthik and Tomlin, very well done. And Karthik, one point I want to share is very good. The seminar was all very good, well prepared, everything is good. But it is not teaching. Okay? When you take seminar, you are not teaching the audience. In between you were saying the next topic I was going to teach. Okay. Maybe by mistake, but it is not teaching. I would like to share, or I am going to tell you is that is enough. Seminar is actually not teaching. Okay, that is only correction I want to make, because from next further coming up seminars you shouldn't repeat this. Okay, only that is a point I want to tell you. So everyone keep it in mind. Seminar is actually, it is not teaching. Teaching is different. Understand? Please switch on the videos. Please switch on the videos, everyone. So next time, keep this in the mind. Seminar is actually not teaching. You are sharing information about some topics to the audience. You are sharing the information. You are giving more information to them. So that was about NEFT. Any doubt, anyone? The seminar was very clear. All the points explained very clearly in simple language. Yes, Basil, any doubt? Okay, so NEFT. What is NEFT, Irfan? NEFT. What is that? NEFT is National Electronic Fund Transfer, and this was developed in 2005. Whatever was the infrastructure, the computer system available then, the internet facility available then, during that time, this is the system that was developed in 2005, and with the help of this, amounts could be transferred nationwide. Anywhere inside the nation we could transfer the funds. Okay, now the drawback, what is the drawback of this? Could you find any drawback? Drawback of NEFT, what is the fault with NEFT? Yes, those who took the seminar can answer, others can answer. What was the difficulty with NEFT?
Transfer the country.
The amount transferred was not immediately reaching the beneficiary. It took time. Okay, that is a major defect. If we want to transfer fund, when transferred, it is not immediately reaching the other person's account. It took time. Why? Because of the limitations of the servers, the computer system, the internet facilities of that time, 2005. It was very slow. It couldn't process the transactions immediately. So, due to that problem, these transactions, what the banks do, they will collect it together, they'll arrange payment cycles. They'll create the bundle of it. When some of transactions, they get the payment order for a few transactions, together they'll process it, maybe all 1 hour, frequently after 1 hour. So like that they used to process the transaction. So immediate payment was not done. And the other defect was that it was available, this facility was available only during the banking hours, bank working day. Okay, that is another default, not the default, but a limitation of this NEFT was that it was available only during the banking hours. But now, you know, the online transaction, we can do it anytime, anywhere, sitting at any place. Am I right? But this NEFT facility was available only during the banking hours. These are the points I just wanted to add. So NEFT is okay? Any doubts? So we discussed what is NEFT, the benefits of NEFT, the charges, how is the charges levied, no charges levied on the beneficiary. Then what else? The steps involved in NEFT. These are the topic discussed. Okay, now let me ask you, what do you think about this advancements in banking? Is it good or bad? I mean, what do you think? What are your viewpoints? Is it really beneficial to the public, the customers, or is it, how do you evaluate this? For or against? Somebody will talk for, against, I mean supporting this, it is good for the economy, and some other people will say that it is not. Who is going for and against? Yes, start. Hope you understood my question. I am talking about NEFT, the online transfers. Not only the NEFT, I am talking about the online banking. I would like to have a discussion on this. Online, this electronic fund transfer. How do you evaluate this? Is it really beneficial? Is it very good for the customers? Or I am asking, are you for this, supporting this, or you are against? Yes. Think. I'll give you time to think. Yes, Hannah, think. Tell me your opinion. Are you for or are you against electronic fund transfer? Yes, come back. Prepare, think. For and against. Yes. Who's going to begin? Anila, will you start? Or do you want more time? I'll give you time, no problem. Electronic fund transfers. Are you for or against this? How do you feel? Is it good or bad? Or the conventional system was enough? What do you think? Anla, you there? Okay, Hannah, can you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me your viewpoints.
Ma'am, it's good for the snow.
It is?
It is good for the snow.
It is good for the customers. That is what you. Okay. It's good for the customers. Then, anything else? You say that it is beneficial. There is no problems. You support the advancements. Yes, Hannah? Okay, Hannah. Anila, can you?
It's easy to operate.
Easy to operate. Then, okay, easy to operate. That is your point. Where is Anla? Okay. Then, anything else?
People might not know.
Okay, it's okay. We are just having a talk about this topic. I'm not questioning you. Okay. Anyone against this electronic fund transfers? Yes, try. Anyone? Basil, can you please? Yes, Aditya?
If you make a small error, it's very difficult.
Right. See, it is difficult to make changes, errors. Okay, it is difficult to. Very good. That's a good point, Aditya. Okay. Now, anybody else? Fast?
Not everyone can operate it, especially the illiterate people.
You cannot operate it?
Every citizens don't can't operate it because there are illiterate people also.
Very good. See, wonderful ideas are coming up. You are right. Yes, Atul. Illiterate people, all of them cannot operate it. Only ones who know how to deal with this, isn't it? That is a point you wanted to share. The what you say, internet facilities, how to use them, how to handle this. Still today, there are people who doesn't know how to use a mobile phone. Am I right? So for them, it is difficult. Okay, then. Yes, anyone else? Yes? So Aditya, Anila, Hannah, Aparna, any points?
Electronic fund transfer can automatic payment.
Sorry, once again. Yes, Aditya?
Can automatic payment.
Can you please type it in the chat box? Your voice was breaking for me. Please type it. Yes. Karthik, you? What do you feel?
Ma'am, in electronic fund transfer, it is easy to make errors.
Yes. Okay. So, what do you think? It's good or bad? I mean, acceptable or?
Ma'am, I think it's beneficial, but there
It
are
is good,
disadvantages too.
but there is problems related to it, associated with it. Okay. Who's left? Irfan? Please say something.
I'll say one advantage.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, it's more secure to carry, secure than carrying cash.
Yes. You need not to carry huge amounts with you. Yes, that's the point.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Yes, that's good. Yes, Aditya, you're right. It is fast. The speed of transfer, even though it takes time, still it is secure and it takes place. Yes, automatic payments. You're right. Yes, right. Good. Aparna?
Ma'am, electronic electronic fund transfer is not so time consuming, so it is
Yeah, it is not time. That's the same as Aditya said. It is fast. It is not time consuming. It is easy. Time consuming. See, these are all the advantages and disadvantages of NEFT. All the points, it came from you itself. All of you have contributed various points. Advantages, disadvantages of NEFT. Yes, everyone over? Basil is not here. Okay. Okay. So that is all about NEFT. Now Shubham is not here.